Hi there. You are welcome to the fourth and final part of our broadcast, What is Business? I believe you followed us through from the very first part, through the second part, and through the third part. In case you have not done that, I will implore you to go over to our website www.businessdiligenceng and avail yourself of all the parts so that you can follow the trend of what we have been dealing with. In those parts, you'll see and listen and hear and understand all that we have dealt with concerning this wonderful topic. Now, if you recall, in the third part, we announced that we will read two experiences. In the first experience, we looked at the interaction between Joseph and Pharaoh concerning the dreams that Pharaoh had, how he hurriedly summoned up Joseph from the prison, and after he narrated his dreams to Joseph, how Joseph interpreted the dreams and the amazing and wonderful plan that was propounded by Joseph and how everything went. In this final part, we want to look at the other experience, and this other experience deals with Jesus' application to the four pillars of business wisdom. Many years before Jesus launched his earthly ministry, at the tender age of 12, he announced publicly to his earthly parents and those within early distance his principal purpose on earth. And he said in Luke 2 verse 49, "Wist ye not that I must be about my Father's business?" By this announcement, Jesus enshrouded the makeup of his earthly ministry in mystery. Even his earthly parents could not understand what he meant, because we are told in verse 50 of Luke chapter 2, "Yet his parents did not understand the remark he made to them." Jesus Christ narrated a parable in Matthew chapter 21 verse 33 and Mark chapter 12 verse 1 that clearly highlighted the four pillars of the business system. This parable involved a businessman who set up a grape juice production company. He set up his idea under a business system. And if we look at these two chapters and verses, that is Matthew chapter 21 verse 33 and Mark chapter 12 verse 1, you see the four pillars of business wisdom set up there as a sound business system to power the vineyard business that was set up by this businessman. First, we saw he established vision, because we are told he planted a vineyard. He planted a vineyard. Well, by way of information, look up. We are bringing out other titles that will fully explain what these four pillars of business wisdom is all about. But for the now, suffice for me to just introduce them to you. We are told that the businessman planted a vineyard, and that speaks of vision. We see the second pillar there, that is administration. We are told he hedged it round about, talking about the vineyard. He hedged it round about. In other words, he set up a wall round about the vineyard to protect the vineyard, and that speaks of administration. We saw the third pillars of business wisdom, or the third component of the vineyard system or business system. We are told that he digged a wine press in it. Inside the vineyard, this businessman digged a wine press in it. What was the purpose of the wine press? To transform the grape fruit, the juice that are inside. The wine press is responsible for transforming it from its raw state into the juice stage that can appropriately serve the need of the end user, talking about the customers. The fourth component or pillar that was highlighted by Jesus' parable is marketing. We are told this businessman built a tower, high tower that came up from within the vineyard. Now, In the establishment of the structure of his earthly ministry, Jesus set it up under the business system. Jesus Christ assigned his disciples to a specific vision. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 10, verse 6, we are told that Jesus commanded them, that is talking about his disciples, saying, "Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel." Jesus established an administrative structure in his ministry also. Talking about the second pillar, he appointed 12 administrators to execute the mandate of his ministry. We are told in Luke chapter 6, verse 13, "And when it was day, Jesus called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom he also named apostles." We see the third pillar established when Jesus gave each of the apostles a productive or orient result producing capacity or power to produce uncommon results. This power enabled each of them to attract people's attention. He instructed his disciples in Matthew chapter 10 from verse 7 through verse 8. "And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely ye give." And finally, Jesus gave his disciples marketing assignments, which is the fourth pillar, for the purpose of winning souls into the kingdom of God. Because we are told in the same Matthew chapter 10, "Behold," Jesus said to his disciples, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." This was a marketing assignment with the purpose of sourcing for souls, making presentations as messages to these souls, and winning them into the kingdom of God. This is where we come to the end of this wonderful broadcast. If you have followed all of the parts beginning from part 1, 2, 3, and now 4, you would have seen the significance of the 4 pillars of business wisdom. Till I see you again in other broadcasts, stay blessed.